Well, here we are in the vineyards of Nuit Saint-Georges, between Nuit Saint-Georges and Vosne Romanée, after a day of tasting up and down the Côte d'Or.
Yeah, we started this morning in Meursault, a couple producers in Meursault, and then in Saint-Aubin, and then we drove all the way up here to Vosne Romanée in the Côte de Nuit. We tasted basically just 2024s today, a couple 25s, but lots of 24s. We got a really good look at the vintage. It's a very exciting vintage. It's a super difficult vintage. People were telling us it was the smallest yield since
1979, I think they said at Grove.
Really long time that they've had a vintage that was this small and this difficult. There was rain, there was mildew, hail,
bad flowering,
frost, bad flowering, just about everything go wrong. The wines, though, were really good, almost to a one. I mean, really, we were expecting wines with a lot of acidity and a lot of kind of harsh tannins to be young. And in fact, I think the flowering in the beginning of the year didn't happen very well, so a lot of the quantities were condensed and contracted early in the year.
Quality.
And the wines are very dense and really easy to like. A lot of concentration, a lot of density. Really, started the day a little bit worried about them, and now I'm very excited about them. We started this morning in Meursault at the Domaine Boyer-Martineau, where we tasted the full lineup of 2024s out of Eggs. They're beautiful wines, full of vibrancy and concentration, and they're going to be just fantastic. After that, we drove across town to Sophie Bourmont, who's also in Meursault. She made some really spectacular wines also in 2024. Lots of really nice freshness, but with plenty of gras and plenty of depth behind them. Just a subtle, beautiful, elegant series of wines from top to bottom. After lunch, we drove up to Saint-Aubin, the valley between Chassagne-Montrachet and Pouligny-Montrachet, where we tasted with Isabelle Humbert and her son at the Domaine Gérard Thomas. They're making wonderful wines with really excellent pricing, and their 25s from barrel were terrific. And our final tasting of the day was all the way up in the Côte de Nuit in Vosne Romanée with Pierre Gros, who's the winemaker at Domaine Michel Gros. His 2024s were really spectacular. Again, a concentrated vintage with good freshness, good acidity, but all the way from the Bourgogne all the way up to the Grand Cru Richebourg and Échezeaux. There's just special wines. So it's pretty beautiful out today. A little windy, but mid-60s and lovely to be outside. Everyone here is a little bit concerned about the end of the week when it's supposed to get quite cold. Some of the vines behind us have some buds, and they're a little bit of a risk for frost. So we'll have to see.
Deja vu all over again.
Yeah, we'll have to see what it's like. We're often here during the frost risk, so we may be bringing bad luck again. We'll have to see at the end of the week.
And home for dinner. Last night we loved our meal at La Buissonnière. We always do. But it seemed particularly nice last night. And tonight, Ma Cuisine, an old standby where generational change has happened, much as it has in our vineyard friends up and down the Côte.
And that's it for our second tasting update, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.